The 1920s Wizarding Convergence event has begun. Let's walk some of these portkeys and take a look into the 1920s Wizarding world. I'm Professorvoqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
Since this event revolves mainly around portkeys, I say mainly, it's only portkeys. So in other words, the event is walking. The event is walking. You really can't tonic for trace detection. You can't do any of that stuff. It is going to involve walking. So I've actually come up here to a place I've been a bunch of times before. If you've watched my videos, it's an amphitheater. It has outdoor concerts and stuff like that, and it has a lake nearby. You can see this, this mini lake here. They do some things on the lake as well. I keep meaning to fly my drone out here too. At some point, I'm going to bring it out here. You are allowed to fly them around here, as far as I know. Anyway, if you look at my portkey situation, you can see I have a bunch of portkeys. I have two brilliant portkeys from the last event, because I accidentally picked up one, and I could have just picked up the one and walked it, which I did and already opened it. But it's 3 fragments to place that brilliant image. I think it was the brilliant Weasley's car, and so of course I just couldn't have just 1 fragment. So I'm like, let me pick up 3, and now I still have to walk those 2. So our goal today is going to be to open up just 10 portkeys. You can see I have a bunch of silver keys in there for sure. So what I need to do is walk this brilliant one, which is 0.6 out of 1.5. So I'm going to walk about 0.9 kilometers. That'll get those 2. I'm going to open those brilliants. Then I'm going to put 2 more of the event portkeys, walk them off, and then we're going to open all of them at the same time. But while we're here, because I don't want to just walk around and do nothing, I'm actually going to put a Barufio's on, and we are going to run a tonic for trace detection as well, just to get that many more spawns of all sorts of things. But go ahead and get some experience game while I'm walking around. I might as well be returning Foundables anyway instead of just walking. In addition, this is a little bit of physical therapy for me. If you didn't watch one of my previous videos, I partially tore my Achilles a couple months ago, and in addition to the Achilles, the rest of my heel definitely had some damage to it. So I am able to walk and stuff. I still limp a little bit, but just getting that range of motion, I think now I just need to use it. It's actually healing, but I do need to use it to kind of get the atrophy out of those muscles from not using it for a while. So anyway, let's go ahead and walk around here. I'll show you some of the sites as I walk around, and then, when I pick up those 2 new portkeys, I'm going to show you those so you can see what the timer looks like, and just re-explain kind of how that works, that you do need to put keys in these before this event ends, or else they will disappear. Quite a nice view to be looking at while I'm chilling here. So I did make it to walking the portkeys, the 2 brilliants, and getting 2 of these. So when you look at these, you see they have the little timer on them, that little timer symbol, and you can see as long as they have that timer symbol, they will disappear. And actually, if you click on it, you can actually see 2 days, 9 hours when the event ends. But as soon as I have my gold key available, so I'm going to put the gold key in. As soon as I put that in, the timer disappears. You can see the difference between the 2 now. So as long as I have that in, even if the event ended, we're good to go. It doesn't have a timer anymore. So let's go ahead and I am using silver keys. We're going to use that. So I just essentially need to walk 1 kilometer, which I really just need to walk back where I started. I walked about 1 kilometer. Walk back where I started, and we can open up all 10 of these and kind of talk about what's inside them and how they work, and a couple other things, questions that people have asked on Discord that I would like to see answered as I open them. So let's go ahead and get walking, and when I get done, we'll open up all 10 of these. As you can see, all portkeys have been walked. I actually got back to where I started and I had 0.9. So I did a little mini loop to get that last like 100 meters essentially. So let's open up the first one and see what we got inside. And you never know what it's going to be. Could be one of the 3 locations. Nice, it looks like we're inside the ministry, the French ministry, I would imagine, because it's Paris. So let's click on Raxpert. And then let's just back out. We're just going to back out because you can do that. So back out, it'll give us a reward summary. So 15 family XP for that, 1,500 experience, and 3 spell energy. So you get some of this stuff. Notice I didn't get one of the drops. The people have been talking about like 15% or 70%. The 3 fragments you can only get from just a drop. It's not an encounter, it's not anything else. You can't see it in the wild. There's no way to get it except as a drop, and people are saying it's about a 15% drop rate. So kind of rare actually, which will make it take a long time to get those images down because you have to walk so many portkeys and they're only during this event. So anyway, if you look at down the bottom, it says encounter unlocked. Let's go to encounter and see what we got. So it looks like we have Queenie, and you never know what you're going to get. Now, one other thing that people have mentioned is that people are thinking that these maybe don't depart. Like there's no way for them to depart, which would be nice since you can only encounter them this way. For them to then depart on you would be terrible. But we're going to test it. I'm not going to use any dawdle drafts. I'm not going to use any extimulos. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily prove, even if nothing departs on me, it doesn't prove that things won't depart. But if something departs, then we will know. Masterful cast, but no catch. That wasn't as good. It'll be a decent cast for sure, but just not the masterful I did a second ago. Let's see. Looks like we got her. So again, 2 bad casts. Well, 2 casts that weren't successful, and she did not depart on me. But we'll see this whole way. So there you go. 1 out of 7 on Queenie. Let's go to the next one and see what we can get there. This is obviously the circus, and actually, you know what? I didn't really look around too much, but you can see Oni, Les Cirque Arcanus, so Cirque Arcanus, or Circus Arcanus, and then Les Cirque Arcanus Musée des Curiosités Vivantes, live curiosities. I think that's what that means, if my French is correct. Little balloon stand. So anyway, let's hit a Raxpert. Let's back out, and then let's see what we get here. So again, it's a lot of the normal Portkey stuff, some experience, some of the other stuff, but again, no fragment of those 3 that you can only get that way. And if you check my guide, you can see which ones that I go over that during the guide. So anyway, let's go to encounter and see what we get. Now, it will be something from the circus. So you can see this is the Zuwu, which is really cool looking. So I would hate if it departed but we are testing this out, so we're going with no extimulo, and oh, that was a terrible cast. That was also a terrible cast. And that was not a great cast, which is crazy because this is actually one of my better casts usually. Oh, we got him. Even with that cast that wasn't too fantastic. That is a very cool looking Foundable for sure. That's really cool. All right, so I got the Zuwu. Let's back out. Let's check our nest. Oh, you can see at the top there, like I said, you don't even have to specifically go after the tasks themselves. I just went and walked Portkeys, didn't even look at the tasks, and I'm already completing them by just doing that. All right, so let's look around here. Where are we? Wow, it's very dark. Well, it's very light outside, so I'm having trouble seeing. Oh, we're inside Newt's case. We're inside Newt's case. That's why it's a bit dark. So you can see just some of his work area, that kind of thing. And then in the background there, well, let me keep scanning. Yeah, you can see the cactuses and the sky, just that area that he had there set up for some of his creatures to be living. So anyway, let's hit a Raxpert and let's back out. So 3 Portkeys, we've gone to 3 different locations. Still have not got a fragment from that, an unlocked fragment. Nice. So an augury, something new again. And again, we're not going to use any stimulos, see if anything departs on us. We actually had a decent number of casts for that one, and it still didn't depart on us. Decent number of casts that it resisted. I would say it took me about 5 casts. I just skipped to the end for you guys. But there we go, an augury fragment. So something new again. Nice. And that was from Newt's Menagerie. It's Newt's case, but it's Newt's Menagerie. So anyway, let's go to another Portkey. We've seen all 3 now, all 3 areas. So we'll probably just be skipping ahead now, and we'll just get right to what I'm getting. And if I get anything interesting, we'll stop there. So that Portkey, actually, the one I just opened, no fragment again, and nice, here we go. Look, I will say I am liking these Foundables, the graphics and just the animation, pretty cool looking. Nice, another one returned. Again, took me about 3 casts, no departure. What was that? Oh, it was Jacob. I was like, who is this? It's Jacob Kowalski. That makes sense. Ah, look, we got the Maledictus poster this time. So there's an example. a fragment dropping. This is just a possibility. And I've opened, this is my 4th one, and I just got one. So I'm at 25% right now. Nice, this is a Kappa, which in Fantastic Beasts 2, you see this like in a bathtub. He's in water. But another couple unsuccessful casts, no departure, and then finally successful. So it definitely is starting to feel, nice Kappa, so that's a new one. It's definitely starting to feel like the departures won't happen, that you do get as many casts as you want, which would be nice to know, because then if you have the energy, you don't mind using the energy, then you don't have to waste the potions on it. If you're limited on energy, you obviously want to, you maybe use potions to do that quicker. All right, let's back out. No fragment again. Nice. Every time I've been getting something new, which is just luck, I'm sure. I'm sure I could be getting similar stuff. Again, the animation, the graphics, definitely liking this new stuff. This time, first cast, actually. I got him on the first cast, so no need to depart on me there. Nice, Filler Crota. All right. No fragment reward on that one. Let's head to the encounter. Ah, Newt's Case, again, another new one. I wonder if the first, so many you do, they just do it random, or I'm just getting lucky with this. Cool, again, with the animation, when the case opens, you can kind of see the creatures trying to come out. You can see in there, right there, the Niffler and, nice, Newt's Case. 3 more to go. Again, no departures yet, only 1 drop out of 7 cases now. So 7 cases, 1 fragment drop. Let's see if we can get one here, get lucky. Nope. No fragment again. So we're 8 cases in, still just 1 of the 3 that you only get from the Portkey itself. Nice, Credence. So I hadn't got Credence yet either. Oh, that wasn't a good cast. Finger's a little sticky. It got stuck for a second there. Nice, so Credence there took me, I don't know, about 5 or 6. 5 or 6, again, no departures at all on him. Again, no fragment though, so we're on the 9th one right now. Let's see if we can get, if we get at least 2 out of the 10, we'll be around 20%, which would be nice. Nope, hopefully on the 10th one. So let's go to the encounter, no fragment on that one. So here we are with our first repeat, which is Newt's Case, which we've got 1 of already, so. Nice, so 2nd fragment in Newt's Case. Now I will say that one probably, I did a ton of terrible casts. So if there was gonna be departures, I feel like one would have happened. I couldn't be this lucky in it. So I almost feel like this is proof positive that they won't depart on you. So no need to use potions or anything. All right, last chance to get a fragment, one of the three hard ones to get. Man, it's gonna be tough to place those images if this is the drop rate. Yeah, there you go, 1 out of 10. So I was about 10%. Let's go to the last encounter, see what we get. So we're back to a Koopa. So again, a repeat again. And there's other stuff I could be getting. So the fact that I'm getting repeats means I was just lucky to get a lot of different stuff at the beginning there. There we go, finished him off, couple casts, again, no departure. And they're all done. So at this point, it's gonna take us a while. Oh, there you go, let me pick up the Portkey. It is gonna take us a while. It's going to take us a while to get all these fragments, for sure. I mean, just look at that. Even, especially those 3. I got the Maledictix poster, but I got none of the other 2, and I opened up 10 Portkeys, which means I'd have to keep walking these more and more and more. And even the other ones, I only have 1 fragment of them, and we need like 5 or 7 fragments to place. So I would either have to go just crazy with the silver keys, or I'm just going to have to be patient, which is what I'm going to do. Because, I wanted to do the silver keys now just to get that many out of the way so we could kind of test the theories out of the departure thing. I wanted to see how many different things I got, the drop rate of those 3 fragments, that kind of thing. But at this point, I'm probably just going to fill up as much as I can, but I'm just going to be taking my gold key and just moving it down. And I'll take this slow. If it takes me 10 of these events to even place a couple images, I'm fine with that. I'm in no rush because it's only Portkeys. My hope is in the future they have other ways to get these fragments. Fortresses, I think, would be another way thematically they could fit in. Whereas just having them out in the wild, maybe, because they are 1920s, the Foundables are memories anyway, so it could be from 1920s. They would have to tap into some of these memories, though. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Nox.